In today's video, we're going to discuss insulin resistance, including its symptoms and signs that you should be aware of. Insulin resistance is believed to impact more than half of the people in the US, and many don't even know they have it. This condition can make losing weight very difficult, increase your risk for other diseases, and often lead to type 2 diabetes, so it's important to take it seriously. Fortunately, insulin resistance isn't permanent. It can be managed and even reversed. I'll share 9 key signs of insulin resistance to keep an eye on and what steps you can take if you think you might be insulin resistant. But first, let's go over what insulin resistance really means. Insulin is an important hormone that helps manage blood sugar levels. Here's what happens. When you eat foods high in carbohydrates, they break down into glucose, causing your blood sugar to rise. In response, your pancreas releases insulin, which helps shuttle this excess glucose into your body cells, returning your blood sugar levels to normal. However, sometimes your cells might become less responsive to insulin. This condition means your blood sugar remains elevated, prompting your pancreas to produce even more insulin. This situation can lead to both high blood sugar and high insulin levels in your body. Notably, insulin is often referred to as the fat storage hormone. When insulin levels are high, your body sees no need to burn stored fat for energy, as it has plenty of glucose available. This makes losing weight challenging when you're insulin resistant. Now, let's talk about the 9 signs that could suggest you are insulin resistant. Number 9. Abdominal fat. The first sign of insulin resistance to look out for is abdominal fat. If you notice that you're carrying extra weight around your midsection, this could be a key indicator. When insulin resistance occurs, fat tends to accumulate in areas where it normally wouldn't, such as around the organs in your abdomen. This type of fat is known as visceral fat, and it's closely linked to insulin resistance. Number 8. Swollen ankles. The 8th sign to watch for is swollen ankles. Insulin also influences how our kidneys manage water and sodium. If insulin isn't being processed properly, as happens with insulin resistance, your body may start retaining more fluid than it should. This excess fluid can lead to swelling, particularly in the ankles. Number 7. Hunger after eating. If you often find yourself still feeling hungry after eating, it could indicate that your body is not managing blood sugar effectively. With insulin resistance, the cells in your body may not be able to absorb glucose and use it for energy properly. So, even though you're eating and your body has energy available, it can't utilize this energy efficiently, leaving you feeling hungry. Number 6. Sugar cravings. This is closely related to the previous point about feeling hungry after meals. When your body doesn't use blood sugar efficiently, your cells don't receive the energy they need, which can leave them feeling starved. This sensation can trigger cravings for quick sources of energy, like carbohydrates and sugar, even right after you've eaten. Number 5. Dark skin patches. These patches often show up in areas where your skin folds, such as your armpits, neck, and groin. This condition is caused by high levels of insulin in your blood, which can affect the skin in these particular areas. Number 4. Frequent urination. This occurs because when insulin isn't managing blood sugar effectively, your kidneys have to work harder to remove the excess sugar from your blood. This process leads to the production of more urine, causing you to need to urinate more often than usual. This symptom is closely connected to the next one we'll discuss. Number 3. Extreme thirst. As your body works to eliminate excess sugar through frequent urination, it also flushes out significant amounts of water, leading to increased thirst. For women, another sign is irregular menstrual cycles. High levels of insulin can prompt the ovaries to produce more male hormones, disrupting the balance of hormones and causing periods to become irregular. Symptoms might include inconsistent menstrual cycles, unusually long periods, or the absence of periods altogether. This hormonal imbalance is often associated with polycystic ovarian syndrome, a condition that frequently coincides with insulin resistance. Many women find that managing their insulin resistance can also alleviate their PCOS symptoms. Number 2 is skin tags. These small flaps of tissue that often appear on your neck or armpits can be an indicator of insulin resistance. Skin tags are commonly found in areas where skin rubs against skin or clothing. and their presence can suggest underlying issues with insulin levels in your body. Number 1. Elevated blood sugar levels. Using a blood sugar meter can be an effective way to check your insulin sensitivity. It's useful to measure your fasting blood sugar in the morning, about an hour after you wake up, to see where you stand. However, remember that this is just a momentary snapshot, and many factors, including diet, exercise, and even taking a hot shower, can influence your blood sugar levels. To truly assess your insulin sensitivity, measure your blood sugar before a meal, then 30 minutes after you start eating, and again 2 hours later. By the 2-hour mark, your blood sugar should have returned to its baseline level. If it hasn't, this may indicate insulin resistance. As I mentioned at the beginning of this video, insulin resistance isn't permanent. It can be reversed. Insulin resistance happens when our cells stop responding properly to insulin. But what causes this? It's often a cycle that starts with consuming foods that trigger a high insulin response. If we continue eating these types of foods before our insulin levels have a chance to normalize, it leads to an overproduction of insulin. This excessive amount eventually makes our cells resistant, as they simply can't handle all the insulin. This leads to continuously high blood sugar levels and even more insulin being produced, which only aggravates the problem further. Need assistance in creating a balanced and healthy meal plan? Check out the free meal quiz we've linked in the comments below, or scan the QR code that appears on the screen. It has helped many people worldwide to achieve their health goals and could work wonders for you too. As I mentioned, it's a vicious cycle. So, how can we break it? There are 2 main strategies to increase insulin sensitivity. Eat fewer foods that cause a high insulin response. Among the 3 macronutrients, fat, protein, and carbohydrates, fat has the least impact on insulin, barely triggering its release. Protein has a moderate effect, while carbohydrates have the highest. If you're insulin resistant, it's crucial to limit carbohydrates as much as possible. Eat less frequently. Timing also matters. Reducing the frequency of your meals can help control insulin spikes. Studies have shown that diets low in carbohydrates, such as the ketogenic diet, are effective in reversing insulin resistance. Generally, keeping your total carbohydrate intake under 50 grams per day can make a significant difference. By managing your diet in these ways, you can better regulate your insulin levels and improve your body's sensitivity to it. Stick to your main meals and avoid snacking in between. Snacks can cause your insulin levels to remain high throughout the day, and it's important to give your body time to allow these levels to decrease. Incorporating intermittent fasting can be particularly effective, as it has been shown to significantly improve insulin sensitivity. It's essential to mention that diet isn't the only factor that can contribute to insulin resistance. Even just one night of poor sleep has been shown to make you temporarily more insulin resistant the next day. That's why prioritizing good sleep is very important to your overall health. I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. If you've been diagnosed with insulin resistance, share the steps you're taking to manage or reverse it. Let's learn from each other and support our journeys toward better health. Thank you for watching this video. If you found it valuable and want to see more content like this, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Your support means the world to us.